Hi, my name is Geoffrey Portois and I'm working in the material simulation and physics group in IMEC. We are actually part of the simulation arm of IMEC, which helps us designing new material and understanding the fundamental interface to design new transistors, new memories that consume less energies and that are performing better. So we are living a world of digital revolution. And actually it has been possible thanks to the reduction of the dimension of the brain of the computer. So the brain of the computer, or namely the neurons of the computer, we call them transistors. And these transistors today have dimensions on the order of the nanometer. Same dimensions of our DNA. To give you an idea, if you go today to a computer shop and you buy a CPU, this is typically an object of 5 by 5 centimeter. And on this few centimeters square, you have about the equivalent of a few billion of transistors. If you want to make a one-to-one comparison with, say, our daily life, that's the equivalent of putting the population on Earth on a few square centimeters. So of course we can be very creative on that. That's impossible to achieve. We had to reduce the dimension of the humans. And we are using atomistic simulations in order to study the materials and the interface that are present in this transistor to make them better. Atomistic simulations are simulations which allow us basically to understand the interactions between the basic ingredient that makes atoms, like the interactions between the electrons and the nucleus. These interactions basically are responsible for the properties of different materials and their interface. So what we're interested in with atomistic simulation is to understand how the material properties and how this interaction, the missing bonds or the morphology of the materials, have an impact on device performances, and how we can basically engineer them to make them better. The challenge with atomistic simulations is that they are very demanding and require a significant computational infrastructure. It turns out that in IMEC we do have some computing infrastructure. Unfortunately, it is not performant enough to allow us to start screening thousands of materials and to study very complex interface problems. So what we appreciate about the VSC is the quality of its infrastructure and the quality of the technical support we are receiving. We are basically using very complex software package, and the VSC staff is helping us throughout the installation process. Another asset of the infrastructure is the possibility for us to store a huge amount of data that we are generating with our simulation. In a nutshell, I would say that the VSC is acting as a catalyst to support IMEC's innovation within its ecosystem. So many thanks to the VSC, its staff and the FWO for the financial support. Thank you.